Good, good, good. So today we are talking about the secret weapon that nobody is telling you guys about. YouTube, how to grow your business and leverage YouTube to help you grow your travel business. So if you haven't attended one of my webinars before, my name is Cyndi Williams. I'm the travel career coach, and I started in the travel industry in the 90s. I was totally bit by the travel bug, and I just love travel. I love travel. I was a $1 million agent my first full year as a travel agent, and have owned several businesses through my career. And now my purpose and mission in life is to help inspire people to follow their bliss into abundance, and the abundance being the key piece there, right? Because if you can't make money doing what you love, it makes it really, really tough. So one of the ways that I do that is this live stream that I do every Wednesday. This is actually the last one of the year. We're off next week because of the holidays. But this is one of the free things that I do just to advocate in our industry and to support you in growing your business. I have a foundation belief that there's enough business for all of us. So yes, on a regular basis, I'm training, helping, supporting the industry, training our competition. The other thing to know about me is I love coffee mugs. So while we're waiting, I always share a fun coffee mug. Since this is the last Christmas one, I know I shared this one a few weeks ago, but I just love it so much. I love my little Santa. So awesome, awesome. So let's jump right in. Today, you are going to learn why YouTube works, not just why it works, but why it works specifically in our industry, in the travel industry. YouTube basics. You know, if you've never used YouTube, you've probably used it from a consumer perspective before, from a user perspective, but from an administrative, or if it's your YouTube or your channel, there's some basics you need to know just to kind of get familiar with it, right? And then two things that you should really know before you jump into YouTube, a few things you should know before you jump in, and then what couple things can you do to really get YouTube as part of your marketing mix in the new year and really help to skyrocket as you move forward, right? So great. So if you guys are jumping on, go ahead and click a hi this morning so I know you're here. If you're watching the session, hey Stephanie, I'm looking at 3 different places. This is because we're going to be putting this on YouTube, right? So we're on YouTube, we're on a live webinar, and we're on Facebook all at the same time. So I'm going to try to watch all the comments as they come through. But I want to share a case study with you guys first of all. Oh, I see that we have lots of people in the chat box. Okay. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Cyndi. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you again. Jennifer. And good. All right. We have lots of people joining. I see a lineup kind of to get in. So awesome. So kind of a case study and kind of a myth. People think, oh, well, how am I going to get millions of subscribers on YouTube? You don't have to have millions of subscribers to do what you're trying to accomplish in our industry. Yeah, if you're a content creator and you know, your thing is YouTube and you're trying to monetize YouTube, that's a whole nother webinar. That can also be done in our industry too, but like travel influencers, things like that. But my audience is travel agency owners and travel agents, right? So first big great news is you don't have to have millions of subscribers to do what you're trying to accomplish, which is reach new customers and get more leads so you can make more sales, right? We make commission when we help clients get to their dream vacation. So you don't have to have millions of subscribers. You couldn't help millions of people at the same time, right? You need hundreds of people contacting you a year, and then your business explodes and you do different things. So a little bit of a case study on I own a travel agency as well. Our agency over the past year has had over 35,000 views, and we generate regular leads from our YouTube presence. 35,000 is not big in the YouTube world, guys. Like, it may sound big to you guys. You're like, wow, 35,000 views. I go to VidCon every year, so I deal with all the teeny boppers. I have these huge channels, and I learn from them, and I take it back and translate it and, you know, help you guys from a industry perspective. But that 35,000 views has equaled thousands of dollars in commission in our business, right? And it's so funny. I had this webinar planned. It's been on the books for weeks. If you follow our pages on our Facebook group, our YouTube, we had this webinar posted. just Monday, we got notified that our channel was selected, our travel agency channel was selected as a top 30 luxury travel channels to follow on YouTube. So that's huge. That's huge for our channel. But again, just 35,000 views, right? Couple hundred subscribers. So I want you to know that it is an attainable thing. And that was done in just under 18 months. And probably 40 or 50 videos I think we have on there. I don't know the exact, I'd have to go back and count. But your goal is to generate consistent leads. So from a case study perspective, just to share with you my background with YouTube, and I have 3 channels that I participate in. I have one for my coaching channel. If you're not following that and you are a travel agency owner or agent, definitely check that out. That's under Cyndi Williams Travel Career Coach, and subscribe there. Then I have my agency's channel, and then my 8-year-old runs a cute little kid channel, so I help him with that. So when I say I love and embrace YouTube, I really mean that. Like, I'm in it all the time. So let me tell you though why it works. So Lisa's saying, excited to be here. Hi everyone, looking forward to this. Yeah, I know YouTube's one of those things, right? Because we have so much on our plate, like, oh my God, is it going to be another job? Or it's one of those things that's really tough to dive into because most of us just don't know how YouTube works, how to leverage it. So I'm glad you guys are as excited about the session as I am. But let me tell you why it works. So first of all, we live in a unique time, y'all. I'm gonna use y'all. I'm from Michigan originally, but I've been in Texas 20 years. And I love y'all. So let me tell you why YouTube works. We have never lived in a time, like if you go back to the 90s when I started in the industry, the agency did the marketing and all that stuff, and it generated calls. We took the calls, we made sales, and there, whatever. But in today's world, you have such a unique opportunity to reach your audience directly, right? So YouTube is a platform for that. It allows you not just to reach new audiences, but it allows you to position yourself as an expert. Some of you are experts in river cruises. Some of you are experts in all-inclusive. Some of you are experts in Disney. Whatever your thing is, or just you might be a lifelong traveler. Your agency might do everything. I guarantee you there's a million different things you could create from a creative perspective that you can reach new clients with because they're coming to you for the information, right? So you can position yourself as an expert, but not only that, you can build what we had back in brick and mortar days in the agency is someone would walk through the door and you'd be like, oh, my name's Cyndi. I'm so excited to help you with your trip to Tahiti. Oh my gosh, tell me, blah, blah, blah. And immediately you have a connection with your client. That does not exist anymore. Brick and mortars are, pretty much, I have a brick and mortar, it sits empty every day. All my agents are global, right? We just have it there for extra signage and things. So I know, but with brick and mortar, there was a unique opportunity. You had to connect to that client face to face, one-on-one, that we lost, but it's back via YouTube. So I want you to think about it as a whole new way to get, so many times we hear about tire kickers in our mastermind and in general in the industry, right? That's always an issue is, oh, I sent them all this information and they ghosted me. Somewhere along the line, they didn't feel connected to you enough. They didn't feel like they had any loyalty to working with you. So you can flip the switch on that by positioning yourself as an expert and getting that authentic relationship built via these videos, right? And it allows you to set yourself apart. People don't like video. We're gonna talk about that later. Like, I know you're scared of video. I get it. Like, we teach that every day in my mastermind. Everybody hates it. We have a video challenge to help them through it. Not everybody likes to be on video, but there's other ways that you can create content. We'll get into that too a little bit later. But I understand that that's a roadblock, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But having a YouTube presence allows you to set yourself apart from the competition. It really does, guys. Because how many travel agencies do you know that have a YouTube channel? Not a ton. Not a ton. I guarantee if you look in your local area, probably none, right? So this could be a new opportunity for you to do these different things that we're talking about. The other thing is everyone needs to understand, listen, I go to all these, I'm reading Facebook real quick. Becky's on there. Hey, Becky. Becky's a graduate of my COB. She says, hi, you're going to tell me to get on camera. No, Becky, come on. That was one of your best things. You were starting to get on camera and you're doing great. So I want you to spice it up. I'm going to be watching for your videos soon. But here's the thing for Becky and all of you watching. I go to all these conventions. I work with high-end consultants around the world. I pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do all this stuff so I can bring it back to you guys and package it in a pretty little way that either via our live streams or our programs that we help you grow your businesses with. And the message is clear. For the past 3 years, I've been hearing the same thing at every convention, every conference, from every consultant. Video is king. Video is king. And it is not going away. If you are not using video in some way, shape, or form to grow your business, and this is any business, this is not just travel agencies. My team's just ahead of the curve. My clients are ahead of the curve because we're following the trends, we're following the numbers, we're following the stats, we're following the case studies to figure out how to grow big travel agencies, right? So video is not going away. So if you embrace it now in a way that, and I'm not saying you have to get on camera, there's other creative ways, but understand, and I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna open up a poll right now. If you guys are on the webinar, let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm gonna launch a poll right here live in our session. If you're on the webinar, I don't know if it's Facebook, if you're gonna see this or not, but I want to know from you, not even talking travel industry, but one, have you watched video on YouTube to learn something new ever? Have you gone to get a recipe? Have you gone to learn how to put something together? Have you gone there to learn how to help your child with something that's in video, right? And second question is, have you watched travel videos on YouTube, right? Or have you watched travel videos or any type of travel content? I know that should probably be 100 because you're all travel agents, travel owners, right? So I'm launching this poll. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes if you're on the live webinar, and we'll go back to that. But it's just to illustrate, and I'm going to share, the poll results will share. It's to illustrate how many of you are already what we call absorbing content from YouTube and on video. And that's another thing we learn at these conventions, right? This is how people are absorbing content today. You were on your Facebook, you were on your Instagram, you were on your YouTube, right? This is how people are getting. So if you have to get here, you have to get your agency here. And YouTube's a beautiful way to do that. So it's not going away. Not only that, video is king, but every time you create a successful video that's optimized properly on YouTube, it is like a 24/7 commercial for your agency. Have you ever thought about that? Like when I'm sleepy and people are watching my videos, I get up and I'm like, comments, comments, comments. People are engaging with my company all the time when I'm sleeping, when I'm out, right? When I'm out shopping. My niece was here for the weekend from Michigan. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we have all this going on, right? Because it's happening. It's like out there in the world. It's automated. It's set up. Oh, I love this poll result. It's going to run for just another couple minutes. But so far, 100% of you have said you've watched content on YouTube. 100% have said you've watched travel videos on YouTube. 100%. So if you're doing it, do you think that your clients are doing it? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, they are. So YouTube's a unique platform. It also, the other thing with specifically for our industry, and the funny thing is my husband started doing this years ago. He would go to YouTube, right? And he would be like, oh, I'm going to watch a video on Tahiti, or I'm going to watch a video on Dubai. And I'm like, your wife, hello, is a travel agent. I've been in this industry 20 plus years. Why aren't you talking to me? He's like, we haven't been. I want to see this video from this, blogger that went, or this person that went. People go to YouTube to hear it from the streets, to hear it from the non-shiny, polished, because we've all seen the Sandals commercials and the Disney commercials, right? But YouTube is so unique because people go to YouTube wanting a different perspective. And if you can make yourself show up as the expert that's sharing that perspective, that's when your world can kind of shift and change a little bit. And that's another thing we learn at these conventions, right? People like authentic content, right? So I'm sure you've watched stuff if you're getting ready to go to a trip. I want to see club level at a certain property, or I want to see this, dining experience at Disney before I book it. So I know you guys have done that because the poll is still at 100%. I'm going to go ahead and share the results. Looks like 90% of you have voted. So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. So look at the stats, guys. 100% of you have watched video on YouTube to learn something. 100% of you have watched travel. So I'm going to share those results out to y'all. So, the proof's in the pudding, right? Now, what do you need to know about YouTube Basics? So we know all the reasons why YouTube is great. Maybe you've thought about some of these things before, maybe you haven't, but it's a secret weapon. No one's talking about it. Has anyone told you about this? Is there any other travel coach that's sharing this with you? No, they're not. But our philosophy is, we have an agency, we have case studies, we have results. We're showing you guys what's working and what's sharing. And our philosophy is all of us can be successful if we help elevate each other, right? So YouTube basics. If you've never, thought about doing YouTube before, some things that you should know. Individuals that create content on or put videos on YouTube are called content creators. You basically create what's called a channel, a YouTube channel, and then you upload content, which is your videos. So if you are getting ready to take a trip somewhere, one of the things we train in our mastermind is every time you take a vacation, here's what you should do with your pictures, your videos, here's how you create content and package that into a beautiful way and optimize it across all the platforms. But specifically, we're talking about YouTube today. So what you call those people, or what they're referred to, is content creators. And the channel, unlike a social platform, right? Like Facebook's a social platform where you go to engage and see things and add comments. Instagram's a social platform. YouTube is, your content is organized not in a feed structure, but in what they call a channel. So you create a channel, and then from there you can upload content, organize it different ways, and leverage it different ways. Potential clients can find you one of two ways. They can either find your videos, or they can subscribe to your channel once they find your videos. So you can get an uptake if you invite your existing lists and database to follow you and all that good stuff. But for new clients, which is where we all, you always want to be growing your business, it gives you an opportunity to reach new audiences. So they can watch you. They can simply just watch you. If they watch you and like you, they can subscribe to your channel. And that's the two ways that people can kind of find you. Now, specifically for our industry, I put together a couple of things where, 3 different ways you can, did I do 3 or did more than 3? No, I did 3. Okay. Checking all my awesome notes I wrote. I was so excited. I was just writing notes and notes. I had to scale it down so I could fit it all in. For our industry, 3 ways that you can, really utilize YouTube is, 1, you can reach new clients. That's number 1. Number 2, you can actually create secret videos for your existing clients. And I'll tell you why this is really cool. 1, you can leverage it in the sales process. 2, you can create value add videos and content for your existing clients. Or if you sell or niche in a certain market, in our program, we actually show you how you can automate. You can use videos to automate some of your processes, communication with your clients and things like that, which can change your world from a time perspective, money perspective, upsell perspective, cross-sell perspective. The other way that a lot of people don't think about leveraging YouTube is as you guys grow teams. I work with agencies all the time that are getting ready to scale, because our thing is, let's get our travel businesses to 100K and beyond. And a lot of our clients that work with us are like, I want to start with recruiting. I want to start building a team. So your training process can actually be automated, and YouTube can be a part of that. So YouTube can be multifunctional in your business. Yes, for lead generation. Yes, for reaching new clients and building your database. Yes, for helping automate some of your training and even automating some of your service processes. So these are all different ways. Am I blowing you guys' mind yet? Add some comments, because I know when we share some of this stuff online with the clients, they're like, oh my God, I never thought about that before, right? So these are all different ways you can leverage YouTube, which is really cool. But now I want to talk about, let me reduce this poll size down real quick. I'm going to go over to Facebook and see if we have any comments coming in. The next thing I'm going to talk about is really we've talked about the exciting things going on with YouTube, what you should know, where it can help you. And yes, this is all exciting, but it's one of those things, and Jennifer says, great info on YouTube, but need to learn how to organize the videos. Yes, there's different ways to organize it, structure it. You can create different filters. So yes, that's very important in terms of if you're going to do some of this automation stuff we're talking about, which is too much for this video today. But yes, those are things that can help from an automation perspective, and the secret video thing too is really cool. But before you guys jump in, I want you to recognize a couple things about YouTube, because here's the other thing. You don't have to do every platform in the world to be a successful, super big travel business. But the ones you choose to pick and do, you need to do them really well. And you need to make sure you have consistent things going on. So it's not like, oh, is this company out of business? So, you know, knowing your strategy for each platform, again, I don't want to get off topic, but knowing your strategy for each platform is really important. I've been doing, I love marketing. If this is your first time you've been watching a Cyndi Williams video, freaking love marketing. I'm obsessed with it. And so I'm always, you know, pride myself on being ahead of the trends on what's going to work for the travel industry. And each channel is very different. Like what you do on Instagram is not the same stuff you do on Facebook, and the stuff you do on Facebook is not the same stuff you do on YouTube. So just know YouTube it's a little bit of an undertaking, but it's so worth it though. Right? So all that stuff we just talked about, like setting your company ahead, making sure you stand out, building that authentic connection with your clients, you can't get that stuff unless you do the work. Once it's set up and it's automated and it's running, then it becomes easy. You're just, you know, loading content and things like that. But it is an undertaking, so know that going in. Things like editing basics and how to set up your channel properly, those will take you a long way with kind of getting started. The other thing with YouTube is it's not about being perfect. People get so caught up on this. And this is part of, like earlier I mentioned, like, I know you don't want to get on video, you hate it. There's alternate ways to build content where you're not physically on video. So let me say that first. Like there's other ways you can still get the same result and not put yourself on video. But I really feel strongly that if you're willing to learn and push up against your boundaries a little bit, it's that walk in the door thing. You can get on someone's phone, you can get in their home. You're basically, think of yourself walking into the living room and let me tell you about XYZ, right? And then you have that authentic connection. So one of the things we do in our 12-week mastermind is we have a video challenge, and we teach people our formula for effective videos, how to optimize their channels, how to do all this extensive stuff to do it the right way from the beginning. But I want you to push your boundaries and know that if you're willing to get out there and do some video, I know you guys are traveling, right? So you have travel content, pictures, videos, there's different ways you can splice that in. So just know it's not about being perfect though. People care about the content. Like maybe you guys think my hair is fabulous today, but if I get caught up on, are they gonna like my hair? Then it's a mental thing, right? You're here because you wanna hear about YouTube. You wanna hear about growing your travel business. You're like, let me hear what Cyndi has to say, industry expert. Let me find out what I need to know to help my business, right? You care about the content. They care about what you wanna say about whatever you're an expert in, whatever you wanna share. So that's the second thing. It's not about being perfect. I know it's scary. Get over it. We can help you with that if that's a big challenge for you. Optimizing is number 3. And this is the number, like, don't go out and do all this work on YouTube and be like, oh, I'll make a million videos. I'm going to learn how to edit. I'm going to, you know, go to 8 conventions. You do all this work. And then if your videos and your channel are not optimized properly, which by the way, optimizing does not cost anything, $0, but it's a little bit to learn. It's a little bit extensive, but it makes 1000% difference in the results that you will get quicker, faster, better in terms of people seeing your stuff, getting your channel out there, making more progress quicker. I mean, you could have a channel and it could take 5 years to grow, or it can take 6 to 7 months to grow. So yeah, that's a big thing, right? So my coaching channel, I just launched about 6 months ago, and we already have 500 subscribers. And I'd have to go and check the views, but just to kind of give you an example of proper optimizing, we add 2, 3, 5 people every day subscribing. And on the travel agency channel, it's about views, how many people are watching the videos because they're engaging with our content. So optimizing is so important. Don't do all this work unless you're willing to kind of do the effort of optimizing properly. So what can you do? What can you do in the new year if you want to start, you know, the journey with YouTube? Number 1 thing is think about doing our YouTube workshop. And I'm going to say that, but then I'm back up off it because we only have 2 spots left. It's in Austin. It's next month. You can go to careersonvacation.com/events. First person with a credit card in wins, and there's 2 spots left. It's going to be at the Fairmont. We didn't even share, like literally we shared that it was happening, and it sold out before because my grads are coming back to launch their YouTube channels now that went last year. Sold out before they even knew what hotel they were staying at, but we're staying at the Fairmont. 5-star in Austin, and it's going to be a super cool event, and we're going to be able to do videos and all kinds of stuff and show you how to do some cool things like video tips and tricks, editing resources, how to set up a basic studio like I have in my home for inexpensive, you know, in your home, optimizing YouTube strategies, how to use cross-sell and upsell strategies using video, blast past those blocks, right? If you are worried about video, and our formula for making effective videos. Now, if you can't make the workshop, don't worry. I would really, if you're really looking to grow your business and scale up, we've just talked about YouTube today, which is like this much of the mastermind program. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's a whole bunch of different marketing techniques. There's how to close better, how to make more effective sales. That's all taught in my signature program called Careers on Vacation, where you get to work directly with me over a 12-week period and learn all the stuff that I'm teaching you for your entire business on how to automate, monetize, plus all this marketing stuff that we're talking about today. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now to apply for the program. We are sold out for the year, but what we're doing for everyone is if you apply, you can pick whenever you want to go in January. We're going to give you 2018 rates as long as you're booking in 2018, because we can't fit you into this year's program. So this was YouTube, guys. Jennifer is asking a great question. She said, how do we find your coaching channel? Yeah, so my coaching channel is on YouTube. It's under Cyndi Williams, Travel Career Coach. And later, this is going to replay on Facebook, so I'll put the link in there for you, Jennifer. And then on the programs, you can go to careersonvacation.com. If you want to apply for the mastermind, which is my signature program and most popular program, it gets you the most traction for growing. Just go to careersonvacation.com/ready now, and you can apply. You'll jump on a clarity call with my team, which is a free call, just so we can understand your goals and make sure that it's a fit for helping you grow, because we want to make sure that first. And then we proceed from there. So this is awesome, guys. I hope you learned some cool things about YouTube. If you're watching this later, oh, I see real quick, I see a couple comments over on Facebook. Shannon says, good morning, great to hear from you. Hey, Shannon. Tiffany, who's just, she's starting our program pretty soon. Love the idea of a secret video. Tiffany, you are going to learn all about not just a secret video, but a whole strategy of secret videos that we're going to share with you for sure, because you're in the mastermind. And Becky, who's been through the mastermind, says, yes, YouTube has helped a ton with my kids' homework. Dang the math. I also use it for cooking. Of course, we used to use it to watch Wishes from Disney World, and I spent the afternoon watching all of your videos. Becky's one of my binge watchers on my YouTube channel, but she's been through our program and she's amazing. And she's coming to visit us next year at Disney when we do our huge annual retreat. So guys, I hope this information was valuable. As always, no matter where you are in your journey for travel, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. This is our last call of the year. I can't believe it, but enjoy the holiday season. You know, you don't get that time with your family too often. I hope your business is automated so you can shut some things down over the holidays, because your kids will never be this age again. And every Christmas is special. Every Christmas is different. And holiday season, or whatever holiday you celebrate, but take that time to reconnect with your family and go into the new year banging. Let's build our businesses super, super big, and reach out to us at Careers on Vacation. We'd love to help you on your journey to supersize next year. Love you guys so much. We'll talk soon.